Folks, we are live. And look at that, actually almost on time. Go figure that one out.
And that's when Ty Beer betrayed me. No.
Ouch. Show me on the dial where the lawyer touched you.
Everywhere.
Good Lord.
Oh. Folks, I am Eric Tenkar, your bartender in the OSR. Next to me is none other than Bad Mike Battleado, my once-a-week work spouse. And below us is the team that would make up GodDamnIt Zach if GodDamnIt Zach would return. There's been a demand.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So it is Skeeter on the left and Zach on the right.
I was gonna keep this for later on, but GodDamnIt Zach is gonna make its triumphant return in 2024.
Ooh.
What? You save that for the show? You save it for us?
Night.
Nice.
Let me guess.
Zach doesn't even know.
Wednesday night at 7 o'clock. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll have to figure out what day it makes sense for. Maybe
I'll let you guys do it Monday or Tuesday. I give you permission Monday or Tuesday.
No, we're gonna do it as a lead-in to this show, but we never know.
I like that too.
Starts, so we can't really.
Hey, wait a second.
Wait, oh no.
We're always on time.
How dare you, sir? How dare you?
I'm the worst.
I take it back. I hate GDZ. Keep it going.
I know.
Let's keep it going. Let's keep it away.
We got a lot of that too.
Don, as far as I can tell, we're all moving. So unless somebody else tells us that we're locked, the lock is on your end, sir.
What happened?
Don says that we're all locked, not moving. But hey, if I put my hands up,
you guys are moving for me.
For effects,
I'm moving.
There we go.
So this is what we like to call a very special episode, just like after school specials. They would always have a very special episode.
I think you're using special in the wrong way.
No, I'm absolutely using it the right way. Absolutely.
It sounds like you mean it in a positive way, and that's not.
No, I don't. You're taking that wrong, Skeeter. Come on.
All right.
So we are hooking up Sans Tenkar. We're hooking up for LongCon, which is in Longview, Texas this year. Which is every year, I guess. Every year.
I'm out. Yeah. Don't talk about hooking up when me and Zach are in a hotel room.
Nice. I'm sure your wives are used to this by now.
Is it a match game
they absolutely gotta know what's going on.
Or Love American Style?
God, Tenkar is on fire tonight. Come on, man.
Well, I'm dating myself. If I can remember Love American Style.
Love American Style.
Doing it in the red light.
You guys,
me and you,
and you.
Yeah, were we just embarrassing when we did a show?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, if not worse.
All right, so we are going to LongCon, and this year, last year I missed it. I felt so bad because it was a star-studded edition of LongCon. Well, this year it's even more star-studded because in addition to the staff of North Texas going, myself, my brother, and Gary, we have Skeeter Green, Zach Glazar, Bill Barsh, Greg Gillespie, Mike and Liz Stewart. I mean, it's just we have supplied this little con with the greatest guest list of all. I mean, it's all because of Gary and I.
So when are you going to get to the great guest list? Because those people you listed were.
I said me and Gary. I did. I said me and Gary and I. And then the extra people attending also. But it's a small con, East Texas. Matt and Eddie do a great job. It's about 300-400 people. It's less than North Texas, but it has a lot of heart. Zach and I have been going there for years because Zach and I would fly out and we'd drive out there and
we were there in
hang
Louisiana.
out. Yeah, that's because they had one in Louisiana. They had a fall one and a spring one. We used to go to the spring one, which is Louisiana. They had about 50 people, and it was great because we just hang out and ate Cajun food, so it was awesome. Ooh. But no, it's just it's a fun little con, and I think the last time Zach went was about 3 years ago. The last time I went was 2 years. We're making our triumphant return. We're bringing new people, and it's going to be fun. We're going to have a blast this weekend, and so we all met up tonight for pizza and fun and games and I suggested at the time, a couple of days ago, since GDZ is going to be here, let's have a GDZ reunion show. The two greatest talk shows ever about.
I look like an older, moldy version of me from when we did GDZ.
Me too.
I just look like a strawberry that's been left out too long.
Well, we're all falling apart. Skeeter and I are absolutely falling apart. Zach is trying to fall apart. Skeeter already fell apart 2 years ago, and he's just putting himself back together. So we're old and we're falling to pieces. But we're gonna do it.
When I'm at LongCon, I'm gonna offer a service. If anybody wants to hear about the literally most physically painful medical procedure I've ever had, I will be happy to tell you the story.
What organ was
about
it?
how my penis was assaulted.
Oh, okay. I thought that maybe Zach gave you a colonoscopy this afternoon or something. I didn't know.
Not yet.
No, that's later. That's after the show. That's Tenkar.
Yeah, that might beat my draining the abscess on my ass. That might actually.
Are we going to go here? This is supposed to be a trial.
No, we're not. Listen, he's talking about his penis. You know.
What is? Yeah, he's always talking about that. Let's move on to fun and gaming.
We can't talk about old man hospital doctor talk.
No, we can spend 3 hours.
We'll do that on a Saturday night for the.
Yeah,
we'll do that on a Saturday.
That'll be his health show. We'll talk about how broken up our bodies are and what we're doing about kidney stones and stuff. So that would be great. Yes. No, we're here to celebrate.
Topical.
I don't know. I have no clue. I'm out of whiskey, so I'm not celebrating anything.
I know. We're not prepared at all.
Here's what we're celebrating. We're celebrating the Texas Rangers World Champions. There you go, brothers. 1975, but we're celebrating Texas Rangers World Champions 2023. This is going to be an all Texas Ranger show. We're going to talk about lineups going back to the 70s. We're going to talk about
Tell me about how the Cowboys are going to run the playoffs.
No, we're not talking about the Cowboys. That's a loser team. The Rangers are a winning team. That's a winning franchise right there.
Okay.
So this is going to be all Rangers for the next 2 hours.
Eric, can you shut him off?
Eric is going to break down our world.
There we go.
Okay, thank you.
That. There we go.
I'm back.
I'll leave a bit of punch, maybe.
And that's the show tonight, folks. So we will see you next week.
One of our active commenters, Mr. Ty Beard.
Oh dear.
He's gonna get both barrels tomorrow because GodDamnIt Zach is gonna do a live broadcast, maybe from Ty Beard's
from his collection. We're going to go through everything in his collection
that we're going to open up and thumb through.
And then we'll take
a few years ago, Zach and I were there 2 years ago. We went to LongCon and we stopped in Ty's. Look, imagine a Bond villain hideout, okay? This is Ty's room. He's got this oaken cabinets, and it's way too classy for like a games. And so then Zach and I proceed to pull out all his games, dump them all out on the table, sort through them all, and then we just leave
all.
with
We did all. It was a lot. It was a lot of games.
Yeah.
We did all of them.
And just leave it all in the pile there. So Ty left it there for about a year and didn't touch. I mean, I don't know why he felt like he didn't want to pick it up. I guess maybe he thought we were going to fly back in town and pick it up or something, which is crazy.
Nope.
And so tomorrow we hope to bring that back. We're going to go through there and we're going to tear a hole in his game collection. Okay.
Well, now we have a comment. There will be a strict reshelving policy.
Oh my gosh!
And
somebody
that wasn't the contract,
that strict policy will be that we are not reshelving anything.
That is not in the contract, Ty. I'm sorry. It's a little too late to amend that.
What are the chances we're going to be going through an old box of one of those war games and find a Playboy from 1982 in there? When Ty was just a little wizard, was a little gamer, a little war gamer.
The Farrah Fawcett.
Yeah. Oh, the Barbie Benton issue of Playboy. because he had because you always hit your Playboys in your war game.
I want YouTube to do us a favor and demonetize us now, so we don't have to worry about it later.
I think we've been demonetized for minutes now, long minutes. We've been demonetized. Oh man!
Addendum number 4 was never initialized, guys. Nobody initiated it.
He's gonna make us sign things.
Oh, no.
All right. So what can we actually talk about regarding legal matters, Eric?
I can't talk about anything with his, but
absolutely nothing of mine.
Okay.
But we can ask your opinions because we don't have you guys on the show a lot. WotC, screw ups or just idiots? Skeeter.
I can't decide.
Now you guys, you have an opinion.
No, I have an honest opinion actually. I don't understand the strategy, but it doesn't mean they're stupid. I know people who work there, and I don't have a clue why they're doing exactly how they're doing it. But I don't think it's as dumb as it appears to us because we only hear parts. Yeah. Do I like the direction? Probably not. And I think the people I know there aren't too fond of it either, except for they are going to do what they're going to do, and we're still going to make books for the game we like, and I think it's going to be okay. We don't need WotC to make everything fun. We don't.
That's my takeaway too. I think we've realized in the last year we don't need them anymore, do we? OSR.
What I think is happening at the actual company is they have grown their corporate culture, and I'm going to get into my Boeing corporate speak here.
Ooh.
I think they have managed to silo enough of the people away from each other. So the people who actually care about games and are working on game design have nothing to do with the people in marketing, and those people have nothing to do with the people in strategy. And they are implementing different things. How anybody feels about the products that WotC is putting out is a totally separate issue. Yeah. But I think they have gone so corporate that they are actively hurting their own brand, and we've seen that from their messaging. All of their messaging is straight up corporate playbook. So it is not the people. When we were at Gamehole, I got to play in the Gamehole event with Mike Merles, and everybody in there chatted a little bit back and forth, and I'm not speaking for Mike or what he said, but there's some disconnect in the internal structure at WotC.
Mike's a cool dude too. I
super awesome. And he's not with the D&D.
No, he's working on Magic now. Yeah, and, he's a cool guy. I invited him to North Texas. We'll see if I can get him there. He did not say no, which might not be good that he didn't say no. That means he's not super smart. But no, he didn't say no. He's going to check on it, but I would love to have Mike.
He is an old salty gamer, like
absolutely
the rest of us for sure.
Yep.
We played. Oh God, what did we play?
I don't know, man.
He just made this shit up, and basically we were going after the goose who laid golden eggs and ended up serving a demonic goose stew, Satan,
I
and
like
then we
this
turned
already.
into a dragon and we raised the countryside.
I don't know if you just had an acid trip or not, but I love this. This is great. I like it.
Yeah, I mean, Mike is just like us. He just rolled with my nonsense, and we all have a good time.
It was mentioned at one of the because we did a lot of schmoozing, myself, Skeeter, and Zach, and we can't reveal sources, but there's some people obviously not very happy at WotC. But one of the things that was relayed to me was this is for the first time in history, D&D brand is controlled by people who have never played the game. And think about it. First, old OD&D, first edition, second edition. These all have people up at the top.
I don't think that's necessarily true. I mean, these people have played. They have a corporate game that they play.
Not these, whatever. These Microsoft
Lorraine That Lorraine Williams.
No. But there are people up there. But there was people.
She was.
Up there
She
that
was.
played.
She was the president. Remember, she was.
But there are other people up there that played, Eric. There's nobody there now that grew up that played. These are all Microsoft and Amazon executives. We were told that time and again from people we talked to. This is a Microsoft and Amazon culture there now. It's not a gaming culture.
It certainly is. It's not a gaming culture. However, if you listen to them, they all say, "I played it in my youth. I played it in my teens."
Whatever.
I played
every time there's a superhero movie, they have some dumbass Hollywood actors who's doesn't know comics who always says, "Oh yeah, I used to read Captain America when I was like 14." No, they didn't. They may have picked up a comic book once.
I
25
watched
years
Snow
ago.
White when I was a kid, and I thought
I remember that. It was so cool. Yeah,
I hated it. I hated Snow White because of the weak female lead. Oh no, wait, that's racial.
That is just something they say. That's something they say. It doesn't mean anything. They don't know D&D. They don't play D&D. They don't grow up D&D. They haven't written D&D. They're not part of the gaming culture, and that's who's controlling gaming.
Time out.
Absolutely.
Time out.
Yes,
before you lay that turd blanket out covering everything.
Yeah,
they don't play the same kind of D&D you and Eric and I play most of the time. They play a different kind of D&D, and we have to start acknowledging that there are different flavors of pizza than the one. I mean, I don't want an artichoke barbecue chicken pizza. I might try it once, but that's not what I want.
Yeah, but their pizzas, they have dick flavored pizza. They don't have regular pizza.
You're taking it too far. What is the difference between making your own pizza, right? You get the crust. Maybe you're buying that pre-made but fresh crust, and you make your own pizza, and you make your own sauce. You get your cheese.
I think I started it.
But you make your own, right? Or you buy a fucking Stop and Shop store brand frozen pizza for $6.50 to save.
Don't you disparage Totino's Pizza? My wife loves it.
It's terrible. I haven't had it since I was a kid, and I thought I had a nostalgia moment with my grandson about a year ago, and I said, "Let's get some Totino pizza and pizza rolls." Dear God, that's not pizza sauce on there. That's ketchup out of somebody took a plastic thing, tore it, and sprayed ketchup on the pizza. It's awful. No, Totino's is bad. I will die on that.
Well, according to my old commanding officer, when I was a cop
in South Bronx, that was a pretty good line. Thank you, Ty, for hearing that. Nobody else acknowledged it. Ty
in Ireland, they use ketchup as sauce on their pasta.
They do in Poland too.
So you might not be too far off.
Anyway, so the dick pizza they're serving us, I'm going to keep going back to that because Ty likes it. The dick pizza they're serving us is nothing to do with the regular pizza we all like, and I'm sorry, it's just not this. It's not the same game anymore, and these guys control it. And
no, it isn't. It isn't.
We can't even tell. It drives me crazy. We can't tell the things we hear, but we've heard about what's going to happen with D&D next year, and it's not pretty. Eric and I heard it's not pretty at all. So, it's going to be very disappointing when we see what happens, and it's sad because talk about kill the goose that laid the golden egg. These jokers have absolutely done this.
Yeah. The good news is, I can speak on behalf of my company. We'll still be making games, the ones you like, and other people will too. So everybody piling into the car tomorrow to go to Ty Beard's house, including the guy who's hosting it, Ty. We all love and create games that we can all play. We are not beholden to them. I'd like them to keep the D&D brand great, but you know what? The D&D brand is irrelevant to us now, except that we like the game that was created. We have our destinies in our own hands. That's how I feel about it.
You want to know where D&D is now? I just pulled my shelf here. I have this is what I've got in the mail lately. As I have OSC. These are look at these cool fanzines. Look at this from our buddies at the independent publisher. Look at that. Fantastic Geographic. This is from Richard LeBlanc. I mean, Thief Supplement. Here's another fantastic thing. Here's Black Lung, which is a great thing. Gary's Appendix. Gary's Appendix is awesome. That is one of my favorite fanzines. This is where the future of D&D is, folks. This is where it's these guys putting out these little fanzines.
The secret.
And we think that Frog Guy's going to do a zine too. I think we'll have Skeeter in charge. So We never know.
Oh my God! You released it here. I knew, but I couldn't say anything. That's beautiful. I think it's going to be awesome. Skeeter and zines go together like love and marriage.
No, it does. And the thing is that we've been trying real hard to make sure that we write content for the games that we sell them for. We have people who get rightfully annoyed, like, hey, I want to get the end of everything, which is on Kickstarter right now. Go get it. The end of everything. It's not for OSE. Well, you know what? It's not going to work well in OSE, right? It's just not a great design for that. It's a wonderful product. It's one of the best ones we've ever released, but in OSE wouldn't be that good. So we're going to do our old school games as like a separate line, and this guy is going to be a big part of that. And we're going to be doing releases that are just for OSE, designed to be played for OSE. We do some rap and ethics stuff for OSE. It's going to be great. And the thing is, we don't need WotC's permission to do those things. And so what happens is their destiny, not ours.
Right
And
here.
that's
I'm going to share something real quick. Hasbro price is at the lowest price it's been in 5 years.
Wow.
If you want to take a quicker look at the last 6 months of it falling out, that's the lowest. All right, but
that's weird. What an odd trajectory.
But yes, the lowest price. It was $46.11 on March 20th, 2020. That was the prior low, and now the new low is $44.
Oh, look at that. But they're on the right track. Right, yeah. The 50th anniversary is coming up. You know, I'm not really, I didn't major in marketing, but it seems like with the 50th anniversary coming up, you want that number up a little bit because you'd want to be, you know, talking about your product and having people get anticipation. You don't want the number going this way. You want the number going that way.
And Mike,
I don't know what I'm talking about. I wasn't a marketing major like these guys.
I would guess part of the
smartest
issue
guys
is
in the room.
that they have been talking about the great numbers they did during the pandemic and how all the people were gaming from home and they were doing this and they were making money hand over foot because people weren't going to the movies. They didn't have any ways to distract them. And they made predictions based upon bad numbers. And now it's coming home to roost. And again, the future of D&D is digital. They've said it. Their future, not the future of gaming, but the future of D&D as a brand is digital. Less overhead, you know, less shipping of products. They don't care.
Less complicated. The overhead's still really big. I want to make that real clear. Is that the overhead's still real big. Thank you, Ty. No, the overhead is still real big, but it's the complications go away. So the layers.
Why do you have smart people in your comments?
Yeah, why do you have us here?
What the fuck is going on? I just need to point and throw monkey poop.
Oh, come on.
Well, you're good at it, but you're good at that, Skeeter. Just keep throwing that monkey poop.
And the thing is that let them go full digital because we're still going to do print. And we're going to do print because I like print. Bill Webb, who my big boss, he likes print a lot. And I think we might, if anything changes for like us and for companies like us, I think it'll be, we'll print collector editions type stuff and do digital. And that's the great thing at the end of everything is we have now making collector's editions I'm real proud of. And we'll be doing things like that going forward. And we're looking for box stuff. Just in order to make a difference and make it fun, that's how you differentiate yourself. We will make print editions, but we have to make digital ones too. And it's just, they don't have to. But frankly, they don't have to because the whole generation there that is playing it now, younger than us, they don't care about print. In fact, they think print's a pain in the ass to carry it. And they're not wrong.
You know,
I love it.
They're not going to give up on print totally. They're going to do special editions. They're going to do collectible editions. Yeah. They maybe even have a third party do it for them. But that's where they see.
Eagle and Grimm is doing great business.
Yeah. You know, so, I mean, that for them is, but as it's been pointed out, their leadership comes from Amazon. Their leadership comes from Microsoft. What do they understand? They understand online transactions, digital merchandise,
and digital scalability. Yeah,
with the Kindle, right? Microsoft, get a subscription. We can't try. You know how hard it is to try to find a way to actually buy Microsoft Office? No. You trust us. You want a subscription for 5 computers? I don't have 5 computers. No, but you want a subscription every year for 5 computers.
I have one with 31 people. That's what we pay for each month. Is 31 people have a subscription. So I mean, they got that nailed down. You know what? I understand what they want to do. I think they're doing a good job doing it. No, but I mean, I am not the guy to actually make that decision. I just want.
Ty's asking questions. Best
Oh,
Gamma
boy.
World clone, Mutant Future, MCC.
Or
So wait for
world clone.
Now,
Pace Center is coming out with Gamma X. It's been delayed because of all this
more
OGL bullshit.
parameters on that question.
Yeah.
So Gamma X should come out next year. We should somebody go get Bill Barr. He's around there. But Gamma X is going to be their clone, and it was delayed because of the OGL business. But you might want to wait for Gamma X next year. Those Ben and Bill do really good work.
Yes.
So that should be really good. But Mutant Future is really good too. But I don't like to promote anything by that guy. So the guy created it. So
the individual that like blocked everybody on social media?
Yeah, he blocked us also screwed. He doesn't want his product to be sold.
Michael Curtis wrote that though, right?
What, Mutant Future?
Didn't he?
I don't think so.
Oh,
I don't think so.
Which
Labrador. What was the Labrador game?
no.
Oh.
Why don't you have a research intern?
Yeah, where's
I am the research intern.
Okay, yeah. Don't support Mutant.
Okay, thanks, Monica.
It's Mr. As we know, and Ryan Dennison. I don't know Ryan.
Yeah.
But
Don't support that clone. It hasn't been updated in 15 years, and the guy's
well,
not
it won't
serious
be.
about doing what he. But yeah, wait for Gamma X. Gamma X should come out next
Are
year.
we talking shit about people not updating their game systems?
Yes,
Are we just doing that now? Are we going to do
yes,
it?
we're doing that. We're going there. We're absolutely going there.
All right.
I need new editions every couple of years. Oh, whoa.
Okay.
Whoa.
That's true.
It's a mutant future, that's for sure.
Gamma World monster.
That's a bold statement, Terry.
Yeah, Terry, that's a bold statement. You're going to have to.
Have you
show us.
seen Terry's hair?
No.
That man is a hair farmer in the greatest, most respectful tone I can use, and I don't ever use that.
Doesn't he grow
Nobody. So the best hair in the OSR.
His hair is subsidized by Canada.
Everything's subsidized in Canada.
Well, I mean,
The best the best game in our hobby, the best hair in our hobby is Chan, the guy that does art for Frog. What's that? Who am I thinking of?
Colin Chan.
Oh my God, that man has hair. What?
Lawrence Schick had the greatest pirate hair ever.
No, Colin Chan. Colin Chan has the best hair in our hobby. I'm sorry.
I think so.
Those locks of love. I wanted to run my hands through his locks. They're so luscious. Well, I mean, I want to rub my hands through Skeeter's head too, but there's that's a different reason for that. So
you drove away. We had the opportunity to do this all on one monitor.
we have the whole weekend, Skeeter. You and me. The whole weekend.
Flashback.
You couldn't take it last time.
My wife's not coming into town till Friday night.
What's your safe word, Mike?
All right.
Don't forget your safe word.
My safe word's harder from which I don't think that's a good safe word. It's a terrible safe word.
You chose wrong.
Yes, I just realized everybody on the screen right now was in the room when the incident happened.
Yep.
This is the incident.
It's like a reunion.
We're all witnesses. And it's like one of those
reunion tour.
It's like the Japanese movie Rashomon. It's all from everybody's different point of view.
Rashomon is a good movie.
That is great.
So it's like from everybody's view, everybody has a different view of what happened.
Yeah.
It's like you're telling from everybody's point of view. It's so great.
Yeah, it's just like you remember where you were. I remember exactly where I was. Yes.
The truth according to Eric. I can see it now.
I remember laughing my ass off and then realizing
you were next. You were next. He was only warming up on me.
Yes. And then it became if I don't kill Skeeter, I'm dead. And it's like there's gotta be a middle ground because if I don't kill Skeeter, I'm dead. There's gotta be a middle because I don't know if I can kill him. So I was like,
Yeah, throwing him through the wall would have just
Pull
made
him
him
in.
angry. He just would have been angry.
Yeah.
It would not have been the right move. That would
I
have
let
been a
him
bad
in.
move.
I admit it.
That's foreplay.
I know.
Throw me into the wall.
I knew it was going to happen. I let him in anyway.
I'm sure. I'm
Yeah.
sure Bill would
Yeah,
have loved.
traitor. Thanks,
I'm
traitor.
sure Bill would have loved the bill. Damage to a wall. What the?
Well,
He
that's the
Skeeter.
Once he found out who the 4 guys were that were involved, he'd be like, "Okay, yep, I'm gonna pay for that."
I still love the
Don't
fact,
tell
the
me
fact
any
that I
details because then I'll have to be more responsible. I don't want to.
love the fact that I took home 4 pillows from Lake Geneva, not knowing that those idiots, Ian and Rocky, didn't buy new pillows. They just put the Cage, Nicolas Cage pillowcases. And so I took them home. They said we didn't buy those pillows. Those were Grand Geneva.
You're not getting any new
So
viewers.
somewhere on a bill, because Bill Webb's taking us out to eat every day, whatever. Somewhere on that bill, there's 4 pillows, $100 or something.
Each.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm sure.
oh man, that was great.
See
What
what,
about
kind
so
of fun
Gary,
times we had?
Gary Con next year? Who's going to Gary Con next year? Skeeter, Zach,
Not
you guys
it.
going? I'm gonna try to make it weather permitting. I will.
I'm going to Founders and Legends too. Founders and Legends too.
Oh, you're going to Founders. You're gonna stay the whole 2 weeks. Wow, you're special, man.
Well,
That's
I have
awesome.
I got to be there to bring adulthood to Frog God.
Did you buy one of those $1,000 packages, or did you?
There's
just get the
also
cheap
a
$100?
rumor of Dread from Geneva Lake 2 debuting at GaryCon next year.
Who's writing this stuff?
What
It's like
is
a
it?
Marvel too. It's going to be exciting.
No,
This is a
don't.
Call of Cthulhu last year. Well, this is a Call of Cthulhu written.
That's not okay.
Luke
I
asked
thought
you to
we were
write
on
this.
the same side.
Now, Luke asked you to write this, right, Skeeter, last year or a couple of years ago? Was it last year or a couple of years ago?
Yeah,
2 years
that
ago.
was the first one, and then I kind of asked to write the follow-up, and it was a go. And we've been getting great love and support from Chaosium about it, and I think it's going to be
Wow. I'm sorry I read that.
what? I am also happy as a little girl.
Wow. Okay.
Look at Eric, his still face. Look at him. We just destroyed his channel.
Yep.
No,
That's
I do
Eric
a
looking
fine,
at
I
the
do a
line
fine
here.
enough job.
I just jumped right
Touring this
over it.
channel on my own.
I want to call,
You should call a lawyer about that. Oh,
I need to call Ty's daughters, and they need to go check on him, make sure he hasn't taken some edibles or something tonight.
Oh,
He's very feisty tonight. And Eric and he's not usually this feisty, is he, Eric? So I need to call Brienne and Brittany. Brienne, Brittany, head over your dad's right now. He's hit the edibles.
Usually it's around like 9:30. I'm here.
Yeah,
Hiding
that's
in the
true. Yeah,
room.
9:45 he rolls in.
bring the beat.
What's up, you guys? Hey, well, we're about to finish. That's what's up. Oh, he has the timing of a lawyer. He's late all the time. That's great.
you know he's in the chat, right? You keep talking. shit.
Absolutely. I see his name right there. I absolutely know he's in the chat. I don't care either. By the way, he's supposed to be getting us some good barbecue tomorrow. And if it's the barbecue that Zach and I think it is pretty good. So we shall see.
Okay.
He saved my company. I like him.
Our first long con was me, Robert, and Zach, and with Doug driving,
No,
heading east.
no, that was not long time. That was Tyler Rose Comic Con.
Tyler Comic Con. I'm sorry. I thought that was. Oh, you're right. Tyler Comic Con. That was our first visit out east, and we were heading
How
down
did
the
you
road,
become a reporter?
and we see a sign that says fried pies, and Zach says, "What are fried pies?" And Doug slams the brakes on. We do like a
all like
spin
this.
around like in the movies, and then we're facing the other way on the highway, and we pull right in. And we had to have, and it was the fried pie place. It has fried pie, every kind of fried pie, every fruit you can put in a pie, even some I think they made up. I think
Yeah,
they just
barbecue
made up,
pie.
were in the pie. And then they had meat pies also. It wasn't just fruit; it was meat. And so we gorged ourselves, and we sure ate good when Doug was around. Zach, boy, we don't eat good. Gary did okay tonight, but boy, we ate good. And then we went to the all-you-can-eat rib place, which we think is this place that we're going to tonight. Nope. What does that even mean? There's no. Why would you even? Doesn't even mean anything.
I'm gonna need that a lot to shut down my unauthoritative reporting.
Oh dear. Look, do you know what this business is? I don't think you understand this business. That's what it's all unsupported material. It's just absolutely stored.
Have you not followed the saw blade of SGP? Of course I don't understand this business. Fucking at all. That's why we talk about it to people. It's like, don't
you know what they tell people in journalism school nowadays? All they tell them is, look, you don't. It doesn't matter if it's right or not. Just be the first one.
Right.
You can apologize later.
That's
so
true.
just say Godzilla, knocked down that building, and later on we'll say no, it was just a fire truck that blew up. Just tell them it was Godzilla, and then later on we'll make up the rest. So
I have a question.
I'm just doing it
to bring it back to actually a topic that matters to everybody.
Okay. Oh, okay.
How many long cons have there been?
I think this is 7. No, this is 6 or 7. Now I've been to almost. I missed 2. You've been to 4. Well, I've been to all the ones you've been to, and then I think I went to one extra one too. So I've been to 5. I missed last year, and I missed about 3 years ago, I believe.
So you have no idea how many long cons are.
But you said it first.
Yeah,
I don't know. I can look for it.
That's reporting.
Once again, make up stuff and apologize later. So
apparently, that's all right.
Their web page is
this is long con. Okay, I just checked. This is long con 7. So actually, you've been to 4, Zach. So I've been to 5. So this is long con 7. Yes.
All right, but 2019 is when their website is copyrights. I guess that's when they became bigger.
Well, they missed a year. Most people missed it 2020. Now North Texas didn't. We had a con that year, but most people missed 2020. So it's always really, really shaky when you start doing the math. Doesn't really add up. So the first long con must have been 2015, I think. Yeah, that sounds about right. And they actually Matt and Eddie were longtime attendees of North Texas. Who didn't? They love Doug. Everybody loves Doug, and really loved the way he ran the con. So they basically became like a clone of us, not like my cloned Facebook account of the last few days.
Oh, that's been fun.
Which is a shit show. But they basically cloned our con in a smaller level, and they started long con because they just really loved what we did. And love, especially with the way Doug ran the con, and they run the con today with a lot of our principles. How they do things.
Who plays the last minute guy who almost gets nothing done right before the con is ready, and then shows up whenever else has got it finished? That is you. Who plays that one at long con? Who's in that role?
That's not Matt. Matt or Eddie are pretty prepared. I don't think that's either of them really.
You're not really a clone of you then.
I think that's really me. That's just me again, and different. I just play that part in both cons. The person doesn't know what they're doing. That was PEX, but PEX, when we had PEX going, that PEX did that part. No, I'm just kidding.
Gary, your question is a valid one, but actually, my understanding is the answer would be Gamehole. I saw the guest list, and there were a lot of WotC.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, well, they were at Gamehole this year. There was quite a few people from WotC there. They started doing cons again. That they did not do them for a while, and they started doing them again.
But that's different. That's people from WotC being special guests there. That is not WotC having a presence because would it be Gen Con? I think they were at
Gen Con this year finally for the first time in God knows how many years. I'm pretty sure they did Gen Con. So they're back in the con business. They had a very hands-off presence for quite a few years, but they're back in the con scrum. I don't know the exact reasons.
I remember when they would go to Gary Con. I remember that.
I would love to see the questions at their booth that those poor sad people
try
to answer from the neckbeards, trying to grill them about information like that. People at a booth know anything.
Wonky, hey, it's Keelan. Watch his future RPGs long live 1D. Thank you for that.
But it's no longer 1D&D.
I know he's being funny.
Yeah, I know. Wonky's being facetious.
Keelan Halverson.
The Wonky. That's important.
The Wonky. Keelan is once again going to be a special guest in North Texas this year. I'm just going to reveal that because I feel like it. Because Keelan is an awesome artist. He's an awesome creator.
Andy has a setting coming out.
Oh my God! Did he tell you about his setting? It is freaking.
I played in it.
Oh,
I played in it
my
last year.
God.
in Texas.
It is great. He's this guy's he's everywhere. He's everything. I am so happy to have him back. And yeah, he told me about he wrote me like a 16 paragraph IM about his setting, and I'm just blown away. I'm like, I never had an imagination that good. I'm sorry, I was never blessed with that good of imagination.
That's the one thing about Wonky. If you ask him a question, you better fucking strap in.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Is coming.
And that ride is long and bumpy.
It's a lot of answer.
Yes, but it's great, man. So no, he has got an incredible setting coming out. A great idea. I can't say enough good things about the guy. So other special guests I'm not that really into. There's some special guests I'm not really into.
We were young and popular once, like the Wonky.
Never.
No.
Always been
young. Yes, I was young at one time. Never that popular.
No. Nope. It's unfair. Like the Ben Barshes, the Wonkies.
Oh my gosh!
These people that got
they grew up with us as mentors. Skeeter, we were their mentors, and
no,
so
they
have learned from us.
They're cool and interesting. That's why they didn't grow up with us as mentors.
Yeah, they had much different mentors than us.
Let's just pretend like they were listening to us all those years. We'll just pretend it. We'll take credit for it. We'll just take credit for it. Okay. No. Damn it.
No, we can't put up with your bullshit, Mike Bottolato.
Oh.
Well, Eric does every week, so come on. Give him a medal.
Yeah, come on. Someone's got to join me.
No.
Yes.
It scared me because if Eric had a headline on Facebook, it's like, if Zach says that if you watch Eric, you're the problem. I'm like,
he did.
Oh, that bad.
Wrong, Zach.
Yeah, I know how to spell your name.
Yeah, that's so great when you talk about Zach and gaming, and you just happen to have it's like I feel sorry for girls named Karen nowadays, because I have a friend named Karen, and that name's just ruined now. Zach is getting ruined. The name Zach is in gaming is absolutely ruined now. So
I read your book. Which one? We did porn. Like, that wasn't me. That was somebody else.
That's another Zach.
Yeah, Whisper and Venom. Now we did
porn.
Two different authors. So. or maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah.
Speaking of Whisper and Venom, when are we getting Whisper and Venom in our hot little
arrived
hands?
today at Bill's house. It arrived.
Talk to us about Whisper
today.
When do I get my box set?
You have a box set, jerk. No, Whisper and Venom arrived today, along with Heart St. Baptist. They both showed up, so those are getting fulfilled like right now. They're putting them into boxes as we speak. I actually got a message from the big man about that. 10% the big guy. So.
The big guy.
Soon.
TM.
So for very few that are on here that say Whisper and Venom, what's Whisper and Venom? And explain Whisper and Venom and how you got into this industry, because I love this story and I haven't heard it in a while. Talk about Whisper and Venom. Come on, do it.
Is it the clean
There's
story?
not everybody here has heard this story.
Okay,
you know what show we're on, right?
Yeah, I do. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Whisper and Venom. I wrote Whisper and Venom. I was walking down the street in San Francisco, and I was looking at my phone, and I typed in "Vault of the Dro" because I don't know, for some reason what's his name's site, Malswesky's site showed up. Gardnardia.
Gardnardia.
Okay.
Yeah.
At that moment, my entire life's directory changed, and I didn't know it yet. But I thought, I want to make a module. That'd be fun, right? I'll write a module. So I wrote it.
It would be fun. Oh, so innocent. So innocent.
I wrote it. And I told Mike I wrote one. He said, everybody's wrote a module. That's not interesting.
Yeah, I did say that.
He did. And then
I'm so encouraging.
You're the great best mentor ever to learn Wonky's right. No, I wrote Whisper and Venom, but as I wrote it, I'm like, well, I'll have it with a miniature. I like cards. I like dice. I like maps. And I wound up making Whisper and Venom became a box set that was so stuffed full of stuff. I worked really hard on it. I was really proud of it. And then I was at Mike's house. I got nominated for an Annie. I'm sitting with Mike on the couch. We're watching the Annie Awards on his TV, and they listen to people, and he goes, "You don't have a chance to win this," is what he told me at his couch. And he was right. It was Paizo, Faza, and WizKids and me in the thing.
And that was the year that Paizo, Watsy, and WizKids won every single award. So I'm like, it's a joke. What a joke award
I did that, and it was a year of really hard work, but it was worth it because not a year and a half later, I worked with Edwin to do Death and Taxes, and then I'm my own business at Gamehole, and you jerk, Mike, not Tenkar. Tenkar's a nice guy.
Okay. I was just,
Yeah, but no, and he's sitting there, and all of a sudden, Webb looks at me at midnight on Saturday, like, I'm going to buy your company. I'm like, it's not worth anything. Like, what are you buying? Buying you. I'm like, oh, well, I guess I'm for sale.
We all are. Just,
Meadows how I got the and we redid it for 5th edition in OSC. And the OSC one is actually A5 hardcover, has a jacket, like a dust jacket, with the map on the reverse on that. It's really nice. I'm real proud of it. I'm proud of Whisper about him.
I have a question.
Oh, I mean, go ahead.
How did Zach and Mike meet?
I can tell this story. We met exactly where I was today. I was outside, and I was waiting for him to pick me up from the airport to take me to North Texas. I never met him before except through the ACM chat. He goes, I'll pick you up at the airport. 3 hours later in the June sun, I went and got an Uber. No, I went in Ubers yet. I got a taxi to the hotel Holiday Inn, Euless. It was a long way away. And showed up there and sat in the room. And then he called me 3 hours after I got the room. So this is 7 at night. So this is 7 hours after he's supposed to pick me up. Or 6 hours. Got a phone call saying, oops. That's how I met Mike.
That is fantastic.
No. So look, no. We met because online he bought some stuff from me. He said he was a guy just getting back into gaming after a long layoff, and could I direct him to people selling? And he was buying all this old school stuff. And I said, there's, I told him a few people, and he said, are there any cons based on old school stuff? I said, North Texas, we do a con. There's Gary Con. And did you go to Gary Con first or us? You went to Gary Con first, right?
Gary Con first, but you were the reason I went to North Texas because I got on Dragon's Foot, which I haven't been to in so many years, I got a personal message from Mike, but I didn't know who he was at all. To me, you should come to North Texas. Like, fine, I'll go to North Texas. Why not? Sounds fun. I did.
With pictures. And
no, what pictures? There were no pictures.
Oh yeah.
No pictures.
But no, so yeah, it was weird because I didn't know this guy from anything, but he seemed like he really wanted to know old school game. He said he was getting back into old school gaming, so I'm like, sure. And then I remember you came to North Texas that year, and you were supposed to be. I was so happy for you because you were in a Call of Cthulhu game with Sandy Peterson. I said that has got to be a bucket list item, and you spent that hold on. He spent that entire afternoon on the phone with somebody who was having a plumbing problem at one of his apartments. You did not play in that game, did you, Zach?
No, I played the Sandy Peterson game. I didn't play the one after that. I played Bloody Mage and Sandy Peterson's game.
Oh, okay. But yes, you had to spend the entire afternoon, and I felt bad for you. I was like, oh man, he's having to deal with somebody's plumbing problem in his apartment.
I did, but here I am, still here. You couldn't tried.
That was great though. So yeah, you got to hang out with Sandy, play a Call of Cthulhu with Sandy Peters, which is awesome. Nobody gets to do that anymore because he doesn't do that. He doesn't really do that anymore. He doesn't like to run Call of Cthulhu, which I think is hilarious. So makes sense, I guess.
I got to play in a Cthulhu Wars game with Sandy Peterson and Matt Finch and somebody else, I think. And I have, to date, never won a game of Cthulhu Wars. I've lost every single fucking time.
Well, guess who lost the last Cthulhu Wars? Sandy did because, I'm sorry. Did I say that? No. Has it still not come out yet? Is it still?
Damn, shot fired.
Well, okay, look, Eric and I, we are known to calling for tasks, failed Kickstarters. And I'm sorry, when you finish your Kickstarter, make whatever $1 million, and then months later you ask for more money for shipping. Then after that, you ask for more money for shipping. I'm sorry. That is not very well planned Kickstarter,
Well,
what can I say?
And insider information, Sandy was not in control of that.
I know. Yeah. But that was one of the problems too, is that you end up, ceding control once you start getting, a certain size, and then you can't quality control all the little details. And
right.
So it ends up being an S show. But Call of Cthulhu Wars is a great game. It's a fun game. I thought it was funny because Sandy Peterson he did not use dice. He used a dice roller on his phone, and I just thought that's so hilarious because I mean, you think of Sandy Peters, you think old school, right? This is an old school dude.
He didn't bring dice.
Nope, he didn't bring dice. He just did all his rolling on his phone. So I thought that was great. That was awesome. Yeah, I wish we could have that guy back, but he is way too busy with the stuff he does now. So
well, I don't think he likes to go to cons. He didn't give me the impression he was happy to be there the very last time he went.
I think he told me this, and I'm nothing. I mean, look, I know he didn't mean bad, but the way it came out was hilarious. He's like, I'm really doing you guys a favor by being this con because next week I have Essen, and we're going to have that has 75,000 people, and you guys have got 400. I'm like, that's true.
Right.
I mean, I can't argue with that. We're not a big con. I mean, it was close to him. He lives nearby, so it was easy for him to come. But this guy he gets a full paid flight to Germany and Italy and all these places because he's Sammy Peterson, and then he has to drive across town to go on our little fuck fest of a con, 400 people.
I wouldn't call that hope that what it is.
That is not the role-playing convention that I am used to.
Oh, I'm thinking about
that is not true, but that is not
the furry convention.
Yeah. This is not a furry
convention. Yeah. No,
yep.
I'm just saying is but Sandy was true. What he was saying was true is that this guy gets feted by some of the largest conventions in the world. He was kind of doing us a favor. And I think he was doing, honestly, he was doing Steve Marsh a favor because he and Steve Marsh are buddies. And Steve obviously comes to all our conventions. A great guy, and I think he did that as a personal favor to his buddy Steve. But, it was fun to have him for a few years. Look, we've had all kinds of people. We had Margaret Weiss one year. We've had Tracy Hickman. I mean, we're hoping to get.
They were great.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Those guys were great. We're hoping to get Errol Otis back. We've had Larry Elmore a couple times. Love Larry. He's great. Oh my God.
You had Greg Sticking apparently.
Well, I heard that, but yeah, I've heard about that. But he was the only special guest we had at our con that I never met. So yeah, so I don't know if that was true. He appeared, he left, and then Doug and I show up like, oh yeah, Greg Kosticki was here. We're like, where? Like, oh well, he just came and said hi to everybody and signed some box sets, and then he
brought my
signed
some. Just haven't signed it. Greg Kosticki.
Yeah, I brought my.
I admire Greg Sticking a great deal.
Anyway, well, let's talk about guests we are going to have next year. Oh wait, we can't talk about that yet because Gary's not letting us release the names. But we've got some.
Why?
Gary's
not here.
We got some good names. Gary might be watching and just testing me and to make sure that then if I say a name, he's going to jump over.
Didn't you already say the Wonky was going to be a guest?
Well, yeah, because it's the Wonky. I have to say the Wonky's going to be there. So,
yeah.
I'll be there.
Skeeter's going to be there. Yeah, whatever. Guy in the back. Thank you, guy in the back.
So the great thing is, I think this was a conversation I had with Gary too. When he said, how would you be upset if we did not make you a special guest so we can get other special guests in and cycle through some
You're fired.
people, so all
right.
And I said, well, it's not going to change how I act one iota. I am still going to walk around like I own the place, like I do all the time. I don't do that because I'm a special guest. I do that because I'm me.
Well, the thing,
it's cool.
But see, you're a nice guy and you understand the realities is that we can't have the same 30 people every year because it gets so. One of the things Doug and I were going to do that we didn't do for a few years until he passed away was we were going to start cycling through guests, and we just kind of got lazy and started asking the same people.
So I would suggest inviting Jason Rocky Gardner as a special guest because he is an authority on mega dungeons and very little else is old school as a mega dungeon.
Very much so. And he does a great job on Greg's Dungeons. I mean, and plus the Silver Belay stuff. So, I mean, that's the great thing about the OSR industry. There's so many talented guys in this industry. It's incredible. And I always make the comment to Eric that if you took 5 guys, just take all the OSR guys, throw their names in a hat, pull them out, pick 5 of them out. if you transported them back to 1981, they would have the best products on the shelf back then because we overrate the products of those days. Those were not very well written products. Those were not well written products because they were just doing what they were doing, working with the tools they had available. But look, you throw the names in a hat, and you pull out Bill Barr, Skeeter Green, Zach Glazar, Greg Gillespie, and whatever. And you would go back, you'd be kings back then. You would be kings in 1981. No one did anything as good as Whisper and Venom back then. Nobody did one of Greg's Magic Dungeons.
For third-party stuff, I think
the quality of stuff nowadays, people don't realize they're living in a golden age. The quality of stuff now is so much better. The writers are so much better because they've stood on the shoulders of giants, right? You guys have learned. I mean, Skeeter. I mean, you guys have learned from these people.
Oh yeah. I mean, go ahead.
For the older third-party stuff, like you had to have a lot to even get anything out there, but like the companion stuff is the only thing I can think of. I think is really stands up as being really high-quality third-party for sure from that era. There's a lot of stuff I love, but that stuff I thought was really done and really innovative. So.
Yeah, especially at North Texas, the opportunity to sit down and talk with Steve Marsh,
Steve Winter,
and Alan Hammock, Steve Winter,
Zeb Cook. I keep going. Skeeter Green.
No, but no, for people like me, having a chance to sit down with those guys and pick their brains, Dr. Dennis Astaire, that's how some of us have become
better
writers, is because, hey, what worked here and what didn't work here for you? We've been able to skip a bunch of steps just by asking the question.
Who they asked about that TSR in 1980? Like, what should I do in this case?
Nobody did option.
They were having to make up all the rules themselves. Yeah, it was tough. I mean, that's why the stuff nowadays is so much. First of all, they didn't have theory of RPG design back then. There was no such thing. Nowadays there's a whole theory of RPGs about how to make an RPG where this guy's not sitting in the corner not doing anything.
There's an argument there because on one hand you have Dr. Greg Gillespie, who has a very staunch set of ways he thinks RPGs should be done, and when he executes on his idea, it's a masterwork. He's great. I don't subscribe to the same thing, and I'm not saying I'm in Greg's category at all for writing. I'm all over the place, but I think that is even part of the golden time we're in right now, where people can have very different ideas of how to do an RPG, and there's enough fans to support a million different ideas and support the people. I think everybody should check out what Greg's been doing. He even has the Kickstarter where he came out with his own system. That's a ballsy move, and I'm going to go out on a limb and say if anybody is going to succeed doing that, it's somebody like Greg, who dots the I's and crosses the T's because good at what he does.
Don't you think that's kind of the future of the OSR here? Is because I know that, so the story of Joe Goodman, where Joe Goodman was really successful doing 3.5 product, and then 4.0 came out, and he jumped right into that, and that was an absolute disaster. And then so Joe sits down and says, you know what, I'm going to make my own system because this just isn't, tying myself to whatever WotC does every year isn't working out. And he came out with DCC, which is revolutionized gaming. I mean, DCC it's a phenomenon, Well,
it's the same thing with the same with the Chenaults and Troll Lords.
Yep.
I mean, the Castles and Crusades is blazing their own trail. And there are starting to be more systems because WotC fucked the pig on the OGL thing. But I mean, it also means that there are enough talented people. I mean, Shadowdark. Maybe it's not from a whole new game from whole cloth, but taking something that captures what the people want is a amazing skill.
And she's awesome.
Yeah, and then look at look at Dolmanwood, by Gavin Norman. I mean, all the OSC is basically just repackaged BX, but it's a great repackaging. They've done a great job repackaging it. And if a whole new generation, if they get a whole new generation that's basically playing BX, that's awesome. I mean, who would have thought that would have happened? Even 10 years ago. These people are going to be.
I mean, even going back a little bit, one of the pillars of the OSC, Swords and Wizardry, is essentially rewriting, the little brown books and making it coherent. It's not creating a new game,
Right.
but you would be hard pressed to say that Swords and Wizardry is not a founding stone of the OSR.
Absolutely. But that's there is a art and a talent in repackaging stuff to make it more playable and more accessible. I mean, that there really is an art in that, and I might not have always believed that, but I absolutely believe it now. After it's been almost 20 years of this happening, I absolutely believe that there is an art, there is a skill to doing that and doing it properly and doing it to where I mean, look at all the 5e people. What I think is one cool thing about OSE is a lot of 5e people play it because they played 5e and 5e was okay. Is there something like 5e that's maybe a little more lethal, this and that? And everybody's like, yeah, OSE. And they start playing OSE and they love OSE, and I think, like I said, there's a skill set where you can make that. Kelsey, I mean, the ideas she had for Shadow Dark, none of that is like brand. It's not brand new with her, but she has done such a great job of marketing that and doing what she did.
It's picking the corpse. I mean, everybody can shit on YC all they want. They can decide that 5e is not for them. That's perfectly fine. What cannot be argued is there are parts of 5e that are great idea. I mean, advantage and disadvantage dice is a good mechanic. People may not like it. They may want to do the math. Totally fine. But if you want speed and elegance, there are parts of 5e that work very well. Mm-hmm. I don't want everybody to be in my personal campaign. I don't want an absolute social climate checklist, so everything is included and nothing is harmful and everybody is wrapped in pillows and there's no consequences to your actions. But that's also an overgeneralization of the 5e crowd. I'm
Sure.
Gonna bet most people are not that ridiculous. And you can tell by sales numbers, people have not been loving the new books that have been coming out that are so
I want to be a barista.
I want to be a barista, though. I want to be a barista. That's what my D&D world is. She wants to be a barista. Yeah. I want Strixhaven. Strixhaven. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
If there is a set of gamers that like the social intrigue aspect of RPGs. They may never want to stab an orc in the face. They may want to play diplomacy, the art that would make me hang myself at the table. But
I brought you a gift from Bad Mike.
A crusty ding dong. That is my dessert for the evening.
Well, that goes very good with the penis and ass talk from earlier. So I mean,
wow. Okay.
Yeah, dick pic.
Nice to bring it around.
I should probably not have yelled that out at a hotel room. Well, it's weird being me.
You never know who'll come knocking now.
How thin are the walls there? If they're thin, then yeah, probably not.
Oh yeah, it's probably paper thin.
You can smell the marijuana from next door.
Yeah, so this is not the way. You're not. By the way, advertisement for North Texas. They're not staying at the West End. Now, if they had been staying at the West End, they'd have a better quality room than this. No, they're staying across the parking lot of the Quality Inn. Just letting you guys know, the West End is a quality hotel.
Don't say that either. That's probably not good. I totally forgot what I shit on the Westin about 3 or 4 years ago as being the lamest hotel that I have been in on the gaming circuit. Absolutely ripped them a new one. Called and wrote emails and was pissed. They have turned it 178 degrees. They have done very well, making it a very nice hotel now.
They took their COVID money and they spent it very well. They redid the entire hotel floor by floor, all 100% redone. And they hired their con staff back, which is a problem Doug and I had during COVID when they thought it would be a great idea to fire all their con staff, which they weren't having cons then, so it made kind of sense. But yeah, it wasn't very good for a couple of years, and they have really picked it up. The last couple of years have been incredible there. The place looks great, and they're doing a good job.
Terry's comment about the crusty ding dong coming from SJP. Next year, I'm actually rebranding SGP to be SJP, Social Justice Productions. I'm gonna dive in. I'm gonna do everything the right way, and it's not gonna be offensive to anyone. I promise.
I don't think that's in you.
No.
I feel sick to my stomach just saying it. That is such bullshit. I wouldn't do that in a million years.
I don't want the milk toast Skeeter Green. I don't think that would be very palpable.
Yeah. Well, if a spider walks out on the floor, you'll see milk toast Skeeter Green right away.
I cannot imagine, like, if I got dementia and I became like a nice, mellow, normal person, that will be everyone's sign that something is critically wrong with me.
With the world.
My cat, you put my cat to sleep, Skeeter. She's passed out.
No.
I don't understand. This never happens. Keep talking, Skeeter.
You're supposed. If you're not offended at least once watching this live stream, we're doing something wrong.
Yeah, no, we don't want to be. Yeah. We're not for the whole family. We're proud of not being for the whole family. We don't want to be for the whole family.
Well, and there, I mean, for the people who like don't know anything about us, that doesn't sound right. No. I mean, we're not actively trying to offend anyone in general, but we're not really bothered by if you choose to be offended by something that's non-offensive. Right. If you need to get your hackles up because you need to feel outraged to be happy, then go fuck off and do that somewhere else.
No, that goes for both ways too.
No, we've been part of the industry long enough to know that you're never going to make everybody happy. And if you start chasing that, if you chase the idea that I'm going to make everybody happy, you're going to have substandard product. And guess what? People are still not going to like you. You're still going to have people that don't like you.
Hasbro. Oh, sorry. Hasbro.
I mean, seriously, you know, one thing I'll tell you. One thing I really respect James Raggi for. By the way, great guy. We met him last year. Fun dude, nice guy. I respect him because he just does what he wants to do. He doesn't, you know. I mean, there's a lot of people that don't like him just because they don't like what he puts out, but he does what he wants. I mean, look, the guy likes death metal. He likes horror. I mean, and that's the game he does. He doesn't apologize for it.
He does exactly what he wants to do, and if he offends everybody, that's okay. It's okay to offend people as long as you're not picking one person out to harass in print intentionally. Right. If you're just your ideas aren't there, play something else.
Well, if you're going to be a shock publisher, then your content better be good. And his content is good. I don't particularly like the subject matter and a lot of the stuff, but I've read through the mechanics of it, and it's solid.
It works.
You know what? He puts out a quality. The material is quality. I mean, that's quality.
Yeah, those are hard.
No, that's quality. That's good. But I mean, I just use an example of somebody that you just got to do what you like in the industry, and it drives me crazy. These people that. I'm not going to even name anybody. These people, especially during the last few years, that are trying to make everybody happy with their stuff, and you're not going to make everybody happy. You choose your material, make yourself happy, make something that you're proud of, and move on.
Why
Well,
we still
there's-
see hobby?
So, yeah. So Terry's question: why do we still see this nonsense? Because our that we are so proud of and love so intensely has grown outside of us owning it. There are people we would not normally associate with gaming are now part of it, and they have taken it and made it theirs. That's why you have influencers and live actual play has become so popular. And if it's not your thing, that's perfectly fine. But man, I have watched some of the actual play, like Call of Cthulhu stuff, and it's amazing. So I watch it for entertainment. I watched the first Critical Role. They told a great story. And it's not for everybody. It's just like people will drop in and see our nonsense we've been talking about tonight and go, I'm never watching this again. It's
That's
not
how I
for
feel.
them. But there are a handful of people that are absolutely dedicated, love the insight, love the knowledge of the behind the scenes stuff that you guys bring, and think we're funny. So
But you know what?
I mean,
if you watch this, you're part of the problem.
Yeah,
oh boy.
That's what Zach said.
oh yeah, that was great.
And don't discuss
I
it
won't
on
even get-
forums.
I'm
folks.
not even going to get in that. I'm not even going to get into that.
No. I just what I find really stupid
I'm
about
going
it
to
is
rant.
if the whole point is not to bring attention, then you don't bring attention and don't mention Tenkar on forums. You just fucking
And
did,
then
you
they
jackass.
mentioned, yeah.
Well, people
it's
are
like,
stupid, and tangent off of people are stupid. So, Jameson Stone and Satine
oh boy, hold on, I need to
are
drink
back
this.
at it again, and there has been get some drinks. This is
I
going to
gotta
be
get my drink on.
You
Yeah.
didn't warn me about this. You didn't warn me.
Nope.
You get it raw, like the rest of
so-
us, just raw.
So Satine is doing the Instagram rounds and assuring
Oh dear.
because there was an update to the Kickstarter that she wanted to let
Ooh.
everybody
Oh
know
boy.
that she is healing, she is finding herself, she is recovering through this.
Did anybody care?
We are the book is going to begin the round of beta play testing. It's already 2 years past due.
Yeah.
Well,
sure.
that was the alpha.
And and they are going to do another Kickstarter.
No, they won't.
And
well,
No.
they've run out of money. Yes, they've run out of money by now. Come on.
I want to make sure that people know if you're going to back this,
I cut it.
that is fantastic.
Tying
Yeah, I hey, the redemption arc plays through great. Everybody who's a nerdy gamer loves the redemption who has been put upon by the masses, torches and pitchforks. That's all of their own fucking doing, and they screwed over freelancers when they did it. And that's why I will not shut up about it. So
Who really cares about the freelancers? Not the big people like them. Oh, wait a second.
You.
We only know freelancers,
I
right?
care about
Because-
freelancers.
yeah, I mean, they
I
make the
do.
fucking hobby run. But these two elitist C words, if I say the word, will definitely be demonetized, and I better not even.
You're already demonetized. Don't worry about it.
But these two individuals, are such elitists that.
I am so waiting for the opportunity of seeing them at a convention and them actually finding out that it's been me that's been kind of
I saw them at the midnight auction.
pushing this along. Yeah, the North Texas Midnight Auction did have a cameo.
Look, I don't think they're gonna. Well, I may have been wrong. I mean, we were wrong about the Wandering Wizard. We thought he would never be in game again. He is, but I just don't think you're going to see Satine and Jameson. Look, it was all a grift, right? If you run a grift, you don't go back to the same people you grifted. You go to another grift, so they're going to grift somebody else next time. They're not going to stick around.
Maybe they'll try a board game.
They'll try something else. It won't be the same crowd because they have burned so many bridges professionally. Burned bridges. I mean, among people that work and that actually did work, who are not going to ever work for them again, and they're going to tell everybody they know not to work for them again. So they'll move on. They'll grift somebody else in some other industry. Entertainment's big, and there's a lot of subsets of entertainment they can get involved in. So
I only met him because Skeeter introduced me to him. So.
We interviewed him. Him.
Right. Holy shit! I forgot about
that's
that.
right.
Yeah.
You corporate fucks you. You corporate fuck. You actually
they came
fell
off
track.
like relatively normal-ish people. I mean, it's
But
hard.
don't you think they started out that way, Skeeter? They started out probably with good intentions, and then it all went to their head, and they're like, "Oh, we're rock stars. We're rock stars."
No, I don't actually think they came out with good intentions, because when you look at Satine's career path in RPGs, I mean, right off the bat, she was a community content person for Wizards of the Coast. Like, why? Because you have a YouTube channel or an Instagram? That doesn't make sense. And then when she got together with Jameson had a book out. But I mean, if you're spending all of your time perfecting your blue hair and eyeliner and shoelaces around your giant biceps, which dude is in shape, you don't have any time to run a company or write a book, which is what you have taken money from people for. So make your connections, figure it out. If you're going to be a business putting out RPG books, put out the fucking book. It was all
about the sizzle, not the steak with those guys. And that was the problem, right? I mean, it's all about here's what we look like. We're cool.
I mean,
we're hip,
I mean, not for nothing. It takes a lot of balls to commandeer an entire game convention and have your wedding right in the middle of it. That is a level of ego. I mean, for somebody like the Gygaxes, if they wanted to do that, okay, I could see that. If it was Larry Elmore renewing his vows or something like that, yeah, absolutely. If you're a random Instagram influencer, you don't get to take over the con. That's not your role.
I want to renew my vows at Gary Con.
Well, it pissed Jen off because I think she wanted to get remarried at like North Texas, and now it's fucking ruined with those skits.
Well, I mean, Jack and Alyssa got married at the kind of game hole, not really game hole, but
Well,
so the bar's been set.
I was there.
Bill
it
and
was
Susan Reinhardt.
It was a great wedding.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
I mean,
congratulations.
Alyssa has enough recognition and appreciation for her talent in RPGs. If she got married at Gamehole, that would be different.
Absolutely.
And we'd all freaking go because
Right.
it would be awesome. They're wonderful people, not these shithole glitter purple queens.
I talked to two people. I talked to two people at Gamehole that I cannot reveal the names of, who are in this industry, that both say that they were grifted by them. They said they are embarrassed by the fact that they were tricked by them, and they lost money. These two people, who I will tell you off screen, not on screen.
I probably know who it is.
They said that they were absolutely stalkered by them, and that's one thing they were good at, right? That's what they could do. Was they got you.
I backed that Kickstarter, and I will not take a refund. They are going to owe me that book on my fucking grave.
Nice.
Wow, you're like me in Far West. Holy shit.
That's your Far West.
Yeah.
It's far away.
But by the way, I did not know that, and I just looked this up real quick, that the Destination Fantastic Kickstarter from 2019 still had outstanding awards to give out. Oh yeah.
The bad thing about that is our little buddy Stefan Picorni. I think he just got sucked up in the tidal wave of that. I mean, it seems like a cool idea. It really does.
But no one's going to do Skeeter Zach go to Iceland. No one's going to do our net. No one's going to have us do that.
I'd pay for that, especially if you.
I
would. I want you guys to stay in the
$5.
same room. Stay in the same room with me, and let's all three go. People would pay to see that. Come on.
No, on your OnlyFans, maybe. No, we're not going to do that.
You'd have to go in January.
OnlyFans,
the only way you could afford it with the money we'd raise.
Skeeter, why did Zach go straight to OnlyFans, Skeeter? That's not what I was thinking. I was not thinking that at all. No, I was not thinking that.
So on the Kickstarter to pay for this trip for us to go to Iceland, one of the tiers is you get to actually watch the hidden video of me getting my ass kicked by a penguin.
Oh, not a penguin. There's no penguins on the North Pole, but
whatever they have.
We'll go with it. Yeah.
I got a text.
Oh, okay. I thought this was a
They have goats, mountain goats, polar bears. No,
I got attacked by a penguin in Phoenix, Arizona.
What the fuck was a penguin doing in
It
Phoenix?
was down at the state capitol. I had a job there. I got attacked by a penguin. It's not cool to make that joke. They're mean.
Edibles. Are edibles legal in Arizona?
No,
I think he might have.
I'm sorry. I was wearing a suit. I worked for the governor of Arizona. I got chased by a penguin. I'm sorry. It's just it just happened.
Or a man in a penguin suit, but that's okay.
Well, what I've
heard,
or a midget with a top hat. I mean, it was one of those.
Yeah.
What I've heard is that edibles are not legal in Texas, but that doesn't seem to always matter.
No, because right across the border you can get them. So it's a very easy drive to Oklahoma and then pick up some and then you just drive right back. They're not
This is Texas. This is not near civilization anywhere.
This is not Canada. They're not checking back across the border.
Yeah, I thought it was a free state.
It is a free state. It's free to buy your edibles someplace else. That's where
drug free. Yeah.
You know the reason there's one casino in Texas. It's at Eagle Pass, which is all the way down the border of Mexico. The reason is because there are no Native American tribes in Texas still existing because we killed them. So there's no casino. That's why there's no casinos in Texas. We wiped out every Indian tribe in Texas. Yeah. So anyway, otherwise we'd have gambling in Texas. We'd have a casino or two. So sorry, folks.
Yeah, the only gambling in Texas is the freeway, and the only currency is your life.
That's why I'd love to move, guys. It's not happening for a while though, but
I think I can kick a puffin. I think a puffin.
I like. I pay to see that.
See,
Iceland has puffins.
I don't know. The puffins may be 3 feet tall and have like hooks in their feathers for all I know.
You know, this might be the least coherent episode of this.
Perhaps.
You don't watch our show very much. Believe me, we've had Skeeter on before, so no, this is not necessarily the most coherent.
Yeah, no,
we have had Skeeter on before, so
yeah. So who else can I talk shit about?
Well, your phone. I'll go to contact list.
Okay, go to your contact list.
Let me see. Tom Wilson.
I'm not going to talk shit about Tom Wilson. He's wonderful.
There we go. I'm doing a search. Like business section. Levi.
Oh man, that guy. Don't talk shit about Levi. Levi is very special in the hearts of North Texas. So,
the little known fact: Levi Combs is actually triplets. There are three.
Yeah,
it's Levi, Larry, and Steve.
Oh, you say Mo?
Nope. He is three people. That's why he puts out so many books. It's him and his brothers putting it out.
Really cheap.
Okay.
It's inside information.
Ty, I went. My brother and I went to a casino in Shreveport. We were not impressed. Those are scary.
Your
casinos.
brother is trouble.
Yeah, he is. But this was, so we went to a casino in Maine, which was awesome. That was a kick-ass casino. That was across the street from.
Did they pay you in ice cubes?
No, they had to walk across the snow though. I almost died.
It was great, but the casino in Shreveport was not.
We went to Maine in January. Maine in January.
I just go north to WinStar, the largest casino in the United States. WinStar is awesome, man. WinStar is great. I say this as somebody that doesn't like to gamble. I would go to WinStar. It's awesome. You don't even have to gamble. You don't have to gamble. There's so much to do there.
I'm not gambling. If I'm going to lose my money, I want something for it.
I bring my $20. I play my penny slots until I'm gone, and then I just roll on. So
good Lord,
I get private messages from Bill Meinhardt selling me stuff. I don't need to go to casino.
Oh yeah, that's true. Who has money when you have Bill Meinhardt as a friend? You don't have money then. By the way, I don't know if we probably talked about this, but do we talk about Gamehole? I just want to let you guys know the auction, the Gamehole auction raised $40,000 or $35,000 for Fetch, which is a charity for dogs, and that was really cool. That auction was really fun. We had a great time at the auction. It was a good cause. So
people did really well.
I did it really well. You mentioned Bill Meinhardt, and I immediately thought of expensive gaming items. So
hey man,
and very cool gaming items. So.
He Stone Cold hooked me up with I said I was looking for Final Fantasy Forest books from TSR. He had the only two that I was missing. He had them just handy. I'm like, of course he did.
He probably has a pile of them in his basement. Zach, don't you know this by now? Pushers always have what the junkie wants. I mean, they've got
the last one E.K. Ozian box set that I needed in English. He texted me, "Hey, you have Dreamlands box set?" I'm like, no. I have a really nice one. It's not cheap. Okay.
He opens up his coat. There's all these Dreamlands.
Oh, he almost would.
Oh man,
that's a very long want list you have there.
Yeah. See, I was really lucky because I was one of those people that when the internet started in the early 90s, I curiously got on and started buying things I'd never seen before. I had my collection finished out by like 1998. So thank God I got it done then. And I don't have to run around to these guys now and sell my soul plus other parts of the body to get the stuff now because I can't afford it. I mean, the stuff now is unaffordable. I mean, it really is. It's crazy. And then this stuff's going to start happening. I've been getting my modules slabbed. I got some nice 9.8s here, some Dragonlance, beautiful.
That's a 9.6. I know you can't.
Oh, I'm sorry, 9.9. No, I'm sorry, 9.
Jesus.
6. I'm like, math is hard. Math is hard. But that's just going to drive prices up even more. As people now they're going to start looking for. Well, I don't want just any. I want a 9 point whatever fill in the blank.
Well, they're doing that in video games now too. Old cartridge games.
I heard that. Yeah,
Nintendo games. Yeah, the market's terrible.
Yeah. If you're a buyer,
invest in anything else, we got to invest in like pop culture shit.
Yeah, it's the truth, isn't it?
The pop culture shit's good investments. They've done studies on it. Not bad investments, most of that stuff.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, a lot of times they perform better than blue chip stocks. I think I saw the other day where Magic cards, or if you'd invested in Magic cards, you'd be much better off right now than if you invested in blue chip stocks back in 90.
Lego sets.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've heard. Yeah, Lego sets too. But you can't. The thing with Lego sets, you can't build it. You can't touch it.
That is for shit.
That's not true. I can answer that. I can answer that. I've not been active. I had a really rough month, so I've not been super active with Frog God this month. But I can tell you because no one can tell me no. That's the best part of being me. I can say anything I want. Rapinathic Underrealms is coming out in Q1 next year with Kickstarter. That's going to be the real sequel to Rapinathic. It takes some Psychopathy and deep stuff and adds a bunch of new. If you like Yuan Ti, we have our own Yuan Ti. And
you mean the Ophidians?
Yes, Ophidians. We have Snake Empire stuff underground that's in there.
Nice.
All kinds of great stuff. That's coming. And then we have the real soon is the Book of Spell Mastery.
Oh,
and that's
good deal.
all kinds of cool spells. It's got a couple of new spell classes for 5e. It's got some pretty interesting stuff for that. And then we'll talk more about Skeeter here. We're going to be talking this weekend because Skeeter Green is going to be working with us again to do old school stuff. Don't say nope.
Wow.
Ooh.
Stuff. And he's going to be doing some zines with us. We're also doing some old school modules. We're probably going to be doing some Rap and Athic, stuff for OSC, but we won't do the whole book because the whole book. I see what you said did there.
Dick Pizza.
No, we're going to do some Rap and Athic, I think, for OSC. We're going to find some levels that really work well and do some levels like Serialize and do a bunch of other things that are related. We're going to have zines that are related to adventures, and Skeeter's going to be working that. He's going to talk this weekend after I've done with Skeeter.
That's going to be my pen name for Frog God Game stuff. Richard
Dick Pizza.
Richard.
Ty, let me tell you about. So, I don't have any problem with slabbing a shrink wrapped item because it's not ever going to be opened anyway. Why not put it in a slab so it doesn't get torn? So, Ty sometimes reminds me of my grandfather. He's so slow to adapt to anything. He's still playing those little chit war games. Okay, with my chit 3-piece. There we go. I got the flank now. That's Ty.
Right.
That's Ty now.
Right now we have our Christmas module up. It's the Sun's Still to Do. That's up on Indiegogo. That's with us. And we talked to Edwin yesterday. And we also have a really cool, I can just hint this, adventure coming
That's
out.
wonderful.
Yeah.
I've never been so proud to be me.
I'm proud of you.
Oh my gosh.
You want to screenshot this?
By the way, I've had that happen, and it's pretty GDS.
You're welcome, Terry.
Yeah. Yes, there's a lot of stuff coming from Frog God Games. Some new stuff we're gonna try out. I hope to make it all stuff you want to get.
Yeah, we're trying to make one of the things is with all of us who work at Frog God for the most part are I'm like the younger of all of us. I'm 50. So we want to use the OSC line to make sure that we're making stuff that we actually are really into ourselves. We also want to make stuff that we can make money on and pay people and grow with business and get the art for it and everything. But we want
make money in gaming. Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, and we've done pretty cool stuff. I think with OSC. I think we are. And is it an expansion? No, it's a whole. It's not a reprint or an expansion. It's a whole sequel basically. It's like keep going down. If you look at the map of Rap and Athic, there's little arrows to the other realms. That's where you're headed, to the other realms.
Yeah, you go underneath Rap and Athic, and there's stuff underneath there, guys.
And it connects everywhere. The underworld of
yes.
How much can I say? It goes all over the Lost Lands underworld, and there's going to be lots of stuff. Because we're going to be doing a lot of things with the underrealm stuff because we believe that dungeons and caves and stuff are cool. So that's just where
somebody had a really good idea that if you went underground, there were magic places where you could get shot to somewhere else. So you don't necessarily know where you're going to end up. So that's going to allow you to explore more of the Lost Lands than you would normally.
And I can say one thing that I know that's been written right now that we've talked about is we're doing a micro setting for OSC based on like Conan stuff, like swords and sandals.
Ooh.
And that's
I just got fully
Dark Sun. A lot of Dark Sun work is the one writing on that, and so I'm not supposed to mention that to anybody yet, but I just did because I can.
Oh. You said Conan, and I just popped one. Thank you.
Yeah, me too.
Oh.
He's not lying. It's on my shoulder.
Oh God. Oh well, you know what to do with that.
Yeah, I mean,
Jen's not there, so you're gonna have to take care of that. So sorry.
I mean, prison changes a man.
Who did it change? Which of you did it change?
Well, you guys know what it's like because you guys had your prison experience with Skeeter already.
Oh, it was beautiful. Never forget it.
I have a video.
Why do we always come back to that? Other things happen in the world. Besides
Nothing is
that,
funny. Nothing is funny. I was there.
Simultaneously.
You deserved it too. You did.
I told you, prison changes a man. That's why we keep bringing this up. Yes, Ty, thank you for being the barometer of the show.
The best show and the worst show ever. The best episode.
What's the difference, right?
Yeah,
Thumbs
I
up,
don't.
thumbs
It's
down.
like the
It's all
difference
the same.
between genius and madness.
It's
On
episode ever.
Yes.
It's like, when you're a kid, did you ever watch Mission Impossible and you tuned in like halfway through the episode and you had no clue what was going on because Phelps is doing something and the other guy's dressed up like an albino, midget, and this guy, you're like, what's going on? Well, it's like this show. We're like Mission Impossible.
They're called little people. They're called little people. They don't like to be called midgets anymore. Just letting you know.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I offend your
Some of them prefer the term pygmy.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Like,
I did not know that was a segment of our audience. I apologize to all our watchers and listeners that are of that persuasion. So
it's been like an hour and a half, and you're just apologizing now. You better start doing the entire episode.
Yeah, Alice Page will come kick your ass.
I just don't want to. Whoa, hey, leave Alice alone. Come on, she's our friend.
She is.
I know you're dragging her into this mess. Keep her out of the back alley with the dirt on the ground.
Now she's smarter than all of us.
Oh, she is very much so. She's smart. Except she comes to the show every once in a while, so that's not too smart. So,
Well, yeah. I mean, hey,
yeah, we know what kind of people you pull in the show.
hey. Everybody looks at a car wreck when they see it on the road. I mean, everybody does.
We all got to slow down, right?
Yeah,
we're all slowing down.
Hey,
That explains our audience. Yeah,
I might miss something. That's my FOMO right there.
90%, 5% amazing. Yeah, I'm not going to disagree.
I cannot wait for tomorrow showing up at Shea Beard. I honestly have no idea how this is going to go.
It's actually Chateau.
I heard when you open a box set, you're supposed to pop the box at both edges and then just pull it open. It's much easier than trying to get the lid off the top. Just pop those two.
Make sure you
open it like a tuna can, right?
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah,
It's safer for the
pop the two
content.
edges. Yeah,
we can all play social now.
And it's better if you just dump the product on the table then, because you can sort through it. Yeah, so just a little help.
The big question will be: we're going to ask Ty how many of those games he's actually played. That's the important question because it's not 100.
Wow, we're setting ourselves up for murder. That's great. Thank you, Ty.
But I believe, Ty, you are the lawyer. I believe in your own home in Texas. You don't need any.
Oh, yeah.
Well, he
Texas,
knows what he's doing.
Not really. Yeah, he could probably. Yeah, he could finish us off easily.
My attorney is loud, but he's not stupid.
This is called setting up an alibi.
I could. Well, I can.
Foolish enough to say what he would do on a.
I can carry in there too, so we can have. I could carry in there too, so we could have a shootout, which would be awesome.
Wow, I'm
recording. Video it never happened. Oh.
Skeeter, I could see Skeeter contemplating that. He didn't think it was awesome.
No, because you two are going to be point blank pointing at each other, and I'm going to get hit twice
in the knee.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, you guys.
My head hurts.
I don't know if we could top this. I really.
Oh, we can top this now.
No, you say that every time I come on this show, and every
I
time
didn't know we could top this. Listen, everybody still has clothes on. We haven't gotten to that point yet.
All right, so let's talk about Long Con a little bit.
All right,
is anybody here signed up for an event? Actually, are we just going to show up and
Zach
I'm going to tell you. What?
Dune, we'll play Dune.
Oh dear God, no, we're not going to play Dune. So
why?
Anyway, I'm going to try. I think I'm going to try to get into Greg Gillespie game. I always hear his games are fun, and I think I may try to sit in and horn in on the game. I'm going to use the Dallas Cowboy fan card.
I want Ty to bring his Navy game. I want Ty to bring his warship game, because warship games, his is going to be cool, and he can drive there. Battleships, exactly.
No, I want to play Zach's Dune game with Ty, so I can ruin it for everyone involved.
Well, no, you have to. When you try Dune, you know exactly why that's the dumbest thing you ever said, because everybody ruins for everybody involved. It's a shit show. It's a great game. You'll love it. It's easy and it's a shit show.
Is this like when you wear your Colonel Sanders outfit playing diplomacy?
No, that's not Colonel Sanders.
Whatever.
It's not diplomacy. It's civilization.
It wasn't even diplomacy. Yeah, diplomacy's a totally different S show. That's terrible.
So are we going to talk about Long Con or what?
Well, yeah, I'm asking you. I said, if you're going to play anything, nobody's going to play anything. I guess we're just going to show up and just mess around the whole time.
I'm going to, if we can get to Long Con by 6:00 tomorrow, then I am going to try and get into Paul Smith's game of Delta Green.
I thought it started Friday.
Delta Green's cool.
No, he's playing a game tomorrow. Oh, because he's already there waiting for us.
That's awesome.
He's great. So there's that, and I'm gonna like wander around the game area with my sad face. Can I play in a game with you guys? And see who will let me play in a game with them.
Well, Robert's running Crassus Maximus Saturday night, which I was in 2 years ago. I got third place. I got to defend my third place trophy, so I'm probably going to jump. I'll jump into Crassus Maximus. Oh,
I'm afraid Rob's going to be in his banana hammock, and I just can't have that.
It's always a possibility. It's but you just got to roll with it, man. It's always a possibility.
I don't. I do not. I do not have to.
You don't have to roll with it. You don't have.
I do not have to roll with it.
Well, maybe Mark will show up his outfit.
Well, David Donahue will be there, and he always has an incredible selection of used games.
And I won't be buying anything.
God damn it.
Yeah.
No,
we'll buy a thing. No, Jim, we're not buying anything.
Hooked me up at NTX with a couple of things that I was interested in. So
I'll tell you what I like about David's stuff is his prices are very reasonable, and very few dealers at cons have reasonable prices because David is smart.
Aren't you a dealer at a con?
Yeah,
David is smart because David's like me. You have to move product. Product does you no good if it sits in your box year after year. You must move the product out. So yes, I believe the same thing David do is just move that product along.
Now, he's a cool guy though too.
Yeah, he is. David's a great guy. So that's going to be cool. I always find a thing or two looking through his boxes. I don't even know what I'm looking for. I always find something. So I bring in my boxes. I've got to set up there.
Oh my God, I is a nerd. Holy shit!
You're just knowing this now.
Realize that, yeah.
So, I mean, I've had to deal with Bill Webb and this Joker with their Flames of War nonsense.
I don't play Flames of War.
Now you did
once
and flawed, and I had to hear about it.
Wow,
now I got to listen to Ty and his boats.
They're not boats. Oh my God.
They're ships. Oh my God. Yes.
Hey, you know what? They're in the water. They're boats.
Oh my God.
Ty, you know what to do tomorrow. That CCL's going to be handy.
I'll help you, Ty, too, because this guy is no. North Texas will have a booth there. What are we going to have at the booth? I don't know, but we're going to have backpacks. We'll probably give them away for free. We're going to have.
What are you talking about? We're talking about Long Con.
Yeah, I know. We're going to have a booth there. North Texas has a booth there, and we're going to be selling.
The booth? Not
Gary and Gary's wife. Gary's not.
I went to the booth.
Sure, why not? Go on. I'll let you in. I don't care. Not my problem.
Awesome.
Not my monkey. Not my circus. So
we're going to move a lot of product.
We're going to have. Oh dear, I don't like the sound of that. We're going to have copies of the Independent Publishers Union book, which I had one right here the other day. I don't have it anymore, which was awesome. There's only 100 copies printed. We're going to have some copies there, whatever we had left over from North Texas. It's a great little book.
Yes, and, slow. You just connected that dot.
And I don't know what else. Yeah, I'm like you guys. I don't really know what I'm going to do with my time, but I will try to get into Greg Gillespie game. I know that.
I want you to run a game because I have never gotten into one of your games.
His B1's the greatest game ever.
I've never gamed with Mike Bottolato.
Well, Gary's making me run B1 at the con next year, so I'm going to be running it again. It's going to make its triumphant return after 3 years. So
We're not
I'll be running
running
B1
checks anymore.
I think we're going to sell all my. We're going to have all my seats for sale. We're not going to let people just sign up because it's just too popular. I'm just too popular. I mean, I can't just be thrown out there. So,
Sure, you can.
I will not sit here for that bullshit.
It used to infuriate Doug every year. Doug was infuriated that my game filled up before anybody else's game because he couldn't understand why. And I didn't either. I didn't understand why, but I
Because
didn't
you're
worry about
driving up to the
Doug
convention
worried
in a
about
van handing out candy.
Well, Doug would always just obsess on like, why does your game fill up first? I say, Doug, I really don't know. I don't know why, but it did, and so it just confused Doug. He could never understand why. But I'm just telling you, it's
I will play
a fun ride.
this classic tracker game if we can spend 1 hour making ships.
Oh God!
He'll do it. He'll say yes.
By the way,
I knew he was a nerd. You have no idea.
by the way, if you like Classic Traveler, you may want to come to North Texas next year. Just throwing that out there. If you were into Classic Traveler, just throwing it out there.
Gary said you can't talk about Mark Miller yet.
That sounds like a hint.
I didn't say anything. I did not say a name. I did not say any names there.
Yeah.
I did. I also talked to Jason Hobbs, and they're going to sponsor a room, and he is going to have Traveler in his room. So that's going to be awesome because we get asked for Traveler all the time.
I have to ask my compatriot here. Have you ever told the story about the frog touching the spaceman piece of art? So many years ago,
Starfinder.
So there's a frog reaching out, like the picture of
The Creation of Man by Michelangelo.
Yeah, so there's that picture of a frog touching this astronaut, and the backstory of that is that when Rappaneathic was kickstarted, it was the highest grossing RPG of the time.
Yeah, of 2012.
Of 2012. Like a week later, Traveler broke that record. So Bill Webb, being Bill Webb, had a piece of art commissioned of a frog touching the spaceman. And did he get to Mark?
I think he did.
Yes.
We used it for the Starfinder Kickstarter.
Yeah. So Mark is definitely good people.
I was a project lead for Starfinder. I was sorry about that.
Isn't that our only Kickstarter that failed?
Didn't fail. It was canceled.
Okay. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, sure.
That's different.
Yeah. Oh,
In fact,
totally.
funny story about
Totally
that
different.
is I got a phone call 3 weeks into the Kickstarter from Skeeter. I'm sorry, bro, but I don't think your project to make it. I'm like, I could have told you that when we started it.
Wow. And here's the funny thing is Starfinder's gone on to be very popular now. It just took a while to build, like 2 years. I mean, it took way longer than it should have taken to build, but now suddenly it's popular.
There are sections of game conventions strictly dedicated to Starfinder play, like organized play.
That's crazy.
Because there are a bunch of people who enjoy it.
You couldn't find anybody for a while, but yeah, they all eventually came around.
Yeah.
So
everybody likes aliens.
Speaking of aliens too, I have heard for that if Alex Kamer is coming to North Texas, he may be running an aliens game. So the new aliens RPG. Yes.
How come Alan Grow doesn't do that anymore? Because I played Alan Grow's Alien game, and that was great.
That was awesome, but that got to be such a chore for them to haul.
Okay,
irrelevant.
I think Alan couldn't bring the terrain anymore.
It was just too much. It was
too much,
but it was absolutely awesome to play on that board. But yeah, the new Alien RPG is pretty darn good from what everybody says. So I'm looking forward to seeing
I have enjoyed it. I played it with Alex when he ran it at GaryCon.
You play with me and
oh yeah, that's right. Kelly does run. Kelly runs Aliens every year. Yes, that's right.
My group survived at GaryCon because I sacrificed half of the party by leaving them behind, including Zeb Cook, the year he got his lifetime achievement statue. Like, stay humble, Zeb.
You got to make sacrifices. Sometimes the sacrifice is a legend of the game. You got to make a sacrifice.
Well, they made me play the Wild and Yutani agent to try and set me up to be killed when I played it. Ian McGarty made sure.
Oh, yeah.
And Jay Parker.
Wow.
We were trying to kill Zach, and I got speared in the chest because sometimes life imitates art.
No, that would have been in the back then. If your life imitates art, that's what's called a back.
Hey, that's only the most recent one, man.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so
but it's fine.
So it sounds like yeah. So the BattleTech game, there like North Texas, there is going to be a BattleTech game at LongCon. I believe it's invitation only, or it's already filled up. But I am going to have to head by there because those guys have a great time. Bill Barsh will be there. Gary will be there. Jim Johnson will be. It's going to be crazy. So I'll definitely check that out and see what they've got going on in the BattleTech room there. But one thing that's really cool the guys do is the main room they have there is known as the Doug Ray Memorial Room at the con, which I think is very yeah, it's filled up, as he said. Yeah, but the Doug Ray Memorial Room, I think, is where the BattleTech game is. You can come by and watch, but as Gary said, it's filled up.
Gary's finally here. He must have heard about the earlier part of the show we talked about. He showed up.
His ears were ringing, I tell you. His ears are ringing.
He's laughing right now.
Maybe he heard about hear about the idea about our new T-shirts. So maybe that was it. North Texas, it's an F. It's a fuck fest. Yes.
Oh, there we go.
That's the part you're not supposed to say out loud, man.
But Gary says he's been listening the whole time. Okay.
He has. He would have called you on the phone if he was listening at the beginning.
Gary knows how to make a buck. He knows I'm right. So we will have those shirts. We'll have those shirts.
Gary knows how to run a con and you hang out.
Yeah,
I have no clue.
Thank God he knows things about numbers.
Absolutely, I don't disagree one bit. Look, he's the brains. I'm the talent. I mean,
Yeah, considering I was one of the people breaking down NTX this year in that hot ass moving truck. God. And where was Mike? Oh, my back hurts.
Listen. I want to tell you what I. You want to know what I? You want to know what I did the month of August? Do you want to know what I did the month of August? Do you remember?
You watched Gary move everything out of the
warehouse. Do you remember the warehouse? No, you talk to Gary. I was a full participant in that shit. It was ridiculous. I was getting there at 6 a.m. because you couldn't work past 10 o'clock in the morning. It was that hot. It was 110 degrees.
Plastic surgery. Ty, that's nothing. That's nothing. Mike and I went to the first game hole we went to. It wasn't a plastic surgery convention.
Oh,
what was it, Mike?
It was a preteen cheerleader contest. Preteen.
Holy shit.
These are little girls dressed in cheerleader outfits.
So at the Alliant Energy Center, they had it cordoned off. There was a gate in between the cheerleaders area and the gaming area. And me and Matt Finch walked in the door, saw all these little people in ballerina outfits. We looked at each other and went, oh no, we are in the very wrong area and we are in danger.
Yeah, this wasn't college. If it had been college cheerleaders, we're okay, right? We're good.
No,
but no, this was preteen cheerleaders. You couldn't even look and pretend like you had to do this because you didn't want to get beat up by an angry mom.
Yeah,
and we could have been too because there were some moms there. Look, I think could take care of us, man.
Oh my gosh! So yeah.
The worst crossover between two worlds that collided that shouldn't have collided.
No.
Middle-aged nerds and young preteens. No.
Yeah, Gary was right. We had the flight attendants one year, but I the only time I remember seeing them was at the bar at night, which is awesome. But no, yeah, we had a flight
attendants
convention. It was cool.
Don't say anything bad about flight attendants.
Well, they're all whores. Flight attendants are all whores, so we're kidding.
Not true.
Yeah, they are. They are. You know they are.
Alrighty then.
My wife is going to kill you, and I won't. I won't lift a finger to stop
I
it.
don't want to be anywhere near it.
She's not listening. Come on, she's not here anymore. So I'm okay.
sorry. The internet is forever.
On that note,
Obviously, I'm not talking about Jen. I mean, Jen's a professional. God.
oh my God.
But by the way, I'm right. Have you, oh no, she was listening. Oh no. Well, she's not in a long con. I'm safe.
Oh, she can fly for free.
By the way, Jen will tell you stories that prove me right. So I don't feel too bad about saying that. Jen has the stories.
There is no way you can dig out of this hole fast enough. There's no chance.
I'm gonna do just like idiots. I'm gonna do just like most idiots in gaming do now. I'm gonna double and triple down because that's what they do. They don't.
Skeeter should be living proof why you don't do that.
Man, I love you, but do not follow my path.
Yeah. I might just have to end the stream to save you.
Look at this! Oh, it's 9 o'clock. Oh wow!
Yeah, look at that.
Time to go.
Look at the time.
We're in the witching hour, just in time to save Bad Mike from his own poor decisions. Well, no, sorry, to save him from further poor decisions.
Well, I can tell you this. One thing my wife has never forgotten anything, and she will never forget this. I assure you, Mike.
That's a great idea for a T-shirt. That's a great idea for a
T-shirt. The live stream that will go down in infamy like a plane without any engines.
It's like a concentrated version of every screw up I've ever done.
I feel good about my chances. I feel great about my chances. I feel good. I feel good. I feel
set
strong.
a new high watermark.
She's calling Christy right now. She's going to call Christy right now.
I feel strong. I feel strong. I feel good. I think I'm
great. Too, man.
I'm good.
Yeah. All right, folks. Well, while there's still 4 living beings on this screen, I think that we will call it a night.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everyone.
We had nothing to do with what Bad Mike said, Jen.
Nope.
They told me to say it before the show. They said, please say it before the end of the show. They threatened me. They threatened me. They threatened me. They held my cat hostage. That's why I'm holding my cat.
And next thing you're gonna tell me is that Jen's the one that's been running that fake Bad Mike account, right?
Jen's the one that ran the fake clone account. I know it's you, Jen.
Oh God.
Gary's gonna be real proud of that one.
There you go.
We'll see tomorrow, Ty.
That's the T-shirt. That's the T-shirt.
Man, that's gonna do good. Yeah, that's gonna make some money.
That could be the banner you're gonna have right in front of the reception desk.
That's gonna do great. Yeah, we'll have to talk to the Westin about arranging that next year. Put that up in a bag before you check in,
folks.
I'm good. I like this. I'm good.
Thank you to our very lively live stream audience. The chat has been great. Thank you so much. I stepped back a lot because we got 2 very, very important guests who, if they're going to pick on Mike, I can't stop them. Where? So, thank you to Zach. Thank you to Skeet. Gary has shot down the shirt, Jen. I'm so sorry. You might have to make some up.
Back to the drawing board. Back to the drawing board. I'll figure something out.
We know that Zach knows where there's a printer. I'm sure he can get some shit.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm not going to do it. Nope.
All right, Ian.
What?
Use Ian.
There's a Staples very close to the hotel.
People don't like. I guess you guys don't like money, but that's okay. You don't like money, it's fine.
I don't like it that much.
I love money,
folks.
I just want to say thank you to our sponsor,
Dick Pizza.
Richard Pizza. Yeah, Richard Pizza. He's awesome. Nice guy.
Yeah.
Nice guy.
Look for his work in future Frog Gut Games products.
Who's this Dick Pizza Guy.
Richard Pizza. What does he do?
So
It's Piazza.
So years ago, when I first worked for Frog God Games, when I had my name in the book, my title changed every single book, and
I always love that.
That became a great source of fun. Now it's gonna say Richard Pizza.
There. Richard Pizza. Pizza.
Piazza.
Folks, as always, be safe, be well. God bless. Roll those dice. Roll them well. Tomorrow, if you're on the Discord, we got to hang out at 9 p.m. Eastern. Live stream this Friday, the Random Party Generator, and of course, Gamers Health on Saturday.
Maybe a live check-in from LongCon Friday night.
Oh my God, you never know.
I don't know. We'll see what happens.
All right, folks.
Bye,
God
everybody.
bless.
Later.
Good night.
Thanks, guys. Later.
Be nice to each other.
Everybody.